Chapter 1, Part 10. True well-being blossoms in shared ascent, where every individual light amplifies the collective glow. Chapter 30, The Eternal Student, a Lifetime of Unfolding Wisdom. The scholar, having absorbed so much, asks, as I integrate these profound teachings, is there an ultimate graduation from this spiritual journey? The Guru smiles warmly. The concept of an ultimate graduation is another illusion, dear scholar. The spiritual journey is not a linear path with a fixed endpoint. It is a continuous, joyous unfolding. You are and will always be the eternal student. Every experience, every encounter, every breath offers a new lesson, a deeper insight, another layer of your true self to be revealed. The summit of your life journey is not a peak to be reached and then left. It is a vast, ever-expanding plateau from which new horizons always appear. Embrace the beginner's mind, maintain your insatiable curiosity, and remain open to wonder. Your well-being, your peace, your wisdom will deepen infinitely, for the cosmic symphony plays on forever, and you are an integral, evolving part of its timeless melody. Our journey up the summit has already revealed profound truths: that the pursuit of well-being is an inner mountain we ascend, that our existence echoes across a multiverse, and that the wisdom of ages lies waiting for unveiling. We've learned to navigate the ether of thought, to become architects of destiny, to discern the language of the divine, and to look beyond the veil of illusion. We've tilled the soil of our souls, cultivating eternal gardens, and bravely illuminated the shadow's depths, finally arriving at the harmonious understanding of the cosmic symphony. The conversation between the venerable guru and the inquisitive scholar has been our compass through these profound landscapes. Now, as we delve even deeper, this dialogue will intensify, addressing the nuances of living these truths in a complex, modern world. We will explore advanced practices, subtle distinctions, and the integration of spiritual wisdom into every facet of life, ensuring that this book not only provides knowledge, but also a pathway to profound embodiment. Each subsequent chapter will be a further step on this limitless path, continually reinforcing that the true summit of your life journey is not a fixed destination, but an ever-expanding state of presence and peace. When you are focused on the past, you are depressed. When you focus on the future, you are anxious. But when you focus on the present, you are at peace. This eternal present moment remains our anchor as we venture into the furthest reaches of self-discovery and universal understanding. Chapter 31, The Holographic Universe, Unpacking Reality's Fabric. The scholar, having wrestled with the quantum self, presses further. Guru, some modern theories propose a holographic universe, where our perceived 3D reality is a projection from a lower dimensional source. How does this resonate with ancient spiritual understandings of Maya or illusion? The Guru nods slowly. Excellent question, dear scholar. The concept of a holographic universe is a striking parallel to the ancient wisdom of Maya, or illusion. It means that what you perceive as solid, separate reality is, in essence, a divine projection, an intricate dance of energy and consciousness. Just as a hologram contains the whole image in every part, so too does every fragment of existence contain the entirety of the universe. This isn't to say reality isn't real in its own context, but rather that its ultimate nature is not what it appears to be to the limited senses. For your well-being, understanding this means recognizing the malleability of your perceived reality. If your external world is a projection, then by shifting the source code within, your beliefs, your emotions, your intentions, you can literally alter your experience of reality. This is the ultimate power of the architect of destiny we discussed. The veil of illusion is precisely this holographic projection. When you pierce it, you don't destroy reality, but rather see its true, unified, and infinitely creative nature. Your journey to the summit involves moving from being a passive viewer of the hologram to becoming a conscious co-creator within its vast, intricate design. Chapter 32, The Akasha and Cosmic Records, Information Beyond Linear Time. Guru, I've encountered concepts like the Akashic Records in New Age teachings, a sort of cosmic library of all knowledge, past, present, and future. Is this more than a metaphor, and how does one access such information? The scholar asks, fascinated. The Akashic Records, dear scholar, are not a physical library with scrolls, but rather an energetic blueprint, a vast interwoven field of consciousness that records every thought, every emotion, every event that has ever occurred or ever will occur across all dimensions, the Guru explains. It is the universal consciousness itself, accessible to those who have refined their inner instruments. Think of it as the ultimate source code of the multiverse. You access this information not through intellectual study alone, but through deepening your intuition and cultivating profound silence within. Through deep meditation, heightened awareness of synchronicities, and purified intention, one can attune to these energetic frequencies. It is a subtle language, often received as direct knowing, symbolic visions, or profound insights rather than linear data. For your well-being, understanding the Akasha implies that all knowledge, healing, and potential solutions already exist within this cosmic field. You are never truly lost, for the wisdom of the ages and of all possible futures is always accessible when you learn to listen to the echoes of the universe and tune in to the infinite source of truth. Chapter 33, Soul Contracts and Life Purpose, Agreements Beyond the Veil. Some modern spiritual teachers speak of soul contracts or pre-birth agreements, suggesting we choose our life lessons and relationships before incarnating. How does this concept of predetermined contracts reconcile with our free will and being architects of destiny? The scholar inquires, pondering. The dance of destiny and free will is a profound mystery, dear scholar, the Guru begins. The idea of soul contracts is not about rigid predestination, but rather a higher-level agreement, a blueprint your soul willingly chose for its optimal growth and evolution. Before incarnating into this specific timeline, your soul, in its vast wisdom, may have agreed to certain karmic lessons, certain relationships that would serve as catalysts, or certain challenges designed to awaken dormant strengths. This doesn't negate free will, it elevates it. Within the framework of these chosen contracts, you still have absolute freedom to respond, to learn, to grow, or to resist. The contract defines the theme of the lesson, but you write the story. Being an architect of destiny means consciously aligning with your soul's higher purpose, understanding these agreements, and fulfilling them with grace and awareness rather than unconscious struggle. Your well-being deepens as you release resistance to these soul-chosen lessons, transforming them from problems into sacred opportunities for growth and a deeper understanding of your true self. The journey is not about escaping these contracts, but about mastering them with love. Chapter 34, Energy Fields and Auras, Perceiving Beyond the Physical. I've heard discussions of auras and subtle energy fields surrounding living beings. From a scientific standpoint, this is often dismissed. What is the spiritual perspective on these unseen energies, and how do they impact our well-being? The scholar asks, skeptical yet curious. The physical body, dear scholar, is merely the densest manifestation of your being, the Guru explains. You are, in essence, a complex system of vibrating energy. The aura is the luminous electromagnetic field that surrounds and interpenetrates your physical form, reflecting your mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical states. It is the visible, to trained perception, expression of your inner cosmic symphony. Ancient traditions have long understood these energy fields, mapping them as chakras, meridians, and energetic bodies. These are not New Age inventions, but ancient understandings of subtle anatomy. For your well-being, perceiving and understanding your aura means gaining deeper self-awareness. A vibrant, clear aura often indicates health, balance, and alignment with your highest self, while dullness or imbalances can signal physical, emotional, or spiritual blockages. Practices like mindful breathing, energy healing, and intentional thought shaping directly influence your aura, allowing you to cultivate a more coherent and vibrant energy field, which in turn enhances your physical and emotional well-being. You are a radiating being, and learning to read your own energy is a vital step in self-mastery. Chapter 35, The Wisdom of Archetypes, Universal Patterns of Consciousness. Our psychology explores archetypes, universal patterns in the collective unconscious. How does this align with spiritual teachings? And how can understanding these archetypes contribute to individual transformation? The scholar inquires. Indeed, the recognition of archetypes is a bridge between modern psychology and ancient spiritual wisdom, the Guru affirms. Archetypes are fundamental patterns of consciousness, universal templates of human experience that reside in the collective unconscious, transcending culture and time. They are the recurring characters and themes in the grand narrative of existence: the hero, the sage, the lover, the shadow, the divine mother, the warrior. For your well-being, understanding these archetypes provides a profound map for self-mastery and illuminating the shadow's depths. When you recognize the archetypal energies playing out in your life, you gain clarity and agency. Are you embodying the victim or the resilient hero? Are you stuck in the trickster's chaotic energy or integrating the wisdom of the sage? This isn't about fitting yourself into a box, but about consciously invoking or balancing these universal energies within you. By aligning with the higher expressions of archetypes that serve your purpose, you activate dormant potentials and navigate life's challenges with greater wisdom and strength. You become a conscious participant in the timeless drama, transforming your individual story into a reflection of universal truth. Chapter 36, Synchronicity as Divine Communication, Decoding Life's Messages. We briefly touched on synchronicity, Guru, as a divine message. How can we deepen our ability to decode these messages beyond mere recognition and truly live in a way that aligns with them? The scholar asks, intrigued by the practical application. Synchronicity, dear scholar, is the language of the divine in action, the universe winking at you, confirming your path, the Guru explains. It's not just about noticing coincidences, but about cultivating a state of attunement where meaningful coincidences become frequent and clear. To deepen your ability to decode them, consider these points. First, cultivate mindful awareness. The more present you are, the more you'll notice the subtle patterns. Second, hold a clear intention. When you have a question or are seeking guidance, the universe responds with synchronicity. Third, trust your intuition. Often, the meaning of a synchronicity isn't logical but felt. Finally, act on the guidance. A synchronicity is an invitation. Ignoring it is like receiving a message and never opening it. Your well-being flourishes as you learn to dance with these divine cues, transforming your life into a continuous, fluid dialogue with the universal intelligence. This is living in conscious alignment, where every step on your journey is confirmed by the very fabric of reality. Chapter 37, The Vibration of Words, Crafting Conscious Language. In our academic world, precision of language is paramount, but you speak of words having vibration. How does this concept enhance or alter our understanding of communication and our well-being? The scholar questions thoughtfully. Every word, dear scholar, carries an energetic frequency, a vibration that impacts not only the listener but also the speaker, the Guru clarifies. This is why intentional conscious language is so powerful. Beyond semantics and syntax, words are containers of energy. When you speak words of anger, blame, or negativity, you are sending out that vibrational frequency, impacting your own energy field and the environment around you. Conversely, words of love, gratitude, and blessing uplift and expand. This applies not only to spoken words but also to your inner dialogue. The silent language you use with yourself is constantly shaping your reality and your well-being. The architect of destiny understands that conscious language, both internal and external, is a powerful tool for creation. Choose words that affirm your highest truth, that uplift rather than diminish, that express gratitude rather than complaint. By becoming mindful of the vibration of your words, you become a more potent co-creator of your reality, fostering harmony within yourself and radiating peace into the world. Your every utterance becomes a note in the cosmic symphony. Chapter 38, Death as Transformation, Beyond Endings and Beginnings. Our society often views death as the ultimate end, a source of profound fear and grief. How does spiritual wisdom reconcile this with the journey towards the summit and continuous unfolding? The scholar asks with a somber tone. Death, dear scholar, is not an ending but a profound transformation. A transition, a shedding of the physical vessel, the Guru states gently. It is a return to the unified field of consciousness, a cycle within the larger cosmic symphony. Just as a butterfly emerges from a cocoon, or water transforms into vapor and then rain, consciousness evolves. The fear of death stems from the ego's attachment to its limited physical form. Spiritual wisdom teaches that consciousness is eternal. While grief for the physical absence is natural and necessary, the understanding that love transcends all forms and that the essence of a being continues brings immense comfort and transforms fear into acceptance. Embracing death as transformation illuminates the preciousness of this present life, urging you to live fully, love deeply, and complete your lessons. It reinforces that the journey of the soul is perpetual, and that every ending is merely a gateway to a new beginning on the limitless path to the summit. Chapter 39, The Inner Guru, Accessing Your Innate Wisdom. You, Guru, embody such profound wisdom, but how does one access this knowledge for themselves without constant external guidance? How does one find their inner guru, the scholar inquires, seeking self-reliance? The ultimate purpose of any external guru, dear scholar, is to awaken the inner guru within you, the sage replies. I am merely a mirror, reflecting the wisdom that already resides within your own being. Every soul, connected to the divine source, possesses innate wisdom, perfect guidance, and profound truth. Accessing your inner guru requires deepening your connection to your higher self, your eternal soul. This is achieved through consistent practice of all we have discussed, ascending the inner mountain through self-mastery, cultivating silence to hear its whispers, releasing the illusion of control to trust its guidance, and illuminating your shadow's depths to integrate all parts of yourself. Your intuition is its voice, your synchronistic experiences are its confirmations, and your moments of profound peace are its presence. The journey to the summit is ultimately a journey back to yourself, where you discover that the greatest teacher, the most profound wisdom, has always been residing within you, waiting to be fully awakened and expressed. Chapter 40, Conscious Relationships. Mirrors for Growth. Our human relationships are often a source of both immense joy and profound pain. How does spiritual wisdom guide us to navigate these complexities, and specifically, to cultivate conscious relationships, the scholar asks, reflecting on personal experiences. Relationships, dear scholar, are perhaps the most powerful and immediate mirrors for your spiritual growth, the guru states. They are not just about finding a soulmate or fulfilling a need. They are sacred contracts, whether conscious or unconscious, for mutual evolution. Conscious relationships are those in which both parties commit to seeing the other as a divine being, to extending unconditional love and forgiveness, and to using challenges as opportunities for growth. This means releasing the ego's need to control, judge, or blame. It involves practicing radical acceptance, seeing your partner's shadow as a part of their wholeness, and responding with compassion rather than reactivity. Every conflict is an invitation to understand a deeper aspect of yourself and the other. By embodying the virtues of your eternal garden, love, patience, kindness, and forgiveness, you transform ordinary interactions into sacred exchanges. Your relationships become a microcosm of the cosmic symphony, teaching you true unity and reflecting your capacity for divine love. The well-being of your relationships is a direct reflection of your own inner peace and self-mastery. Chapter 41, The Art of Discernment, Navigating Spiritual Information. In the modern age, there's an overwhelming amount of spiritual information, often contradictory. How does one cultivate discernment to distinguish genuine wisdom from what might be misleading, the scholar asks, feeling overwhelmed by the sheer volume of spiritual teachings available? This is a crucial question, dear scholar, for just as there are many paths up a mountain, there are also many distractions and false trails. The guru acknowledges. The art of discernment is not about intellectual rejection, but about developing an inner compass. First, tune into your intuition. True wisdom resonates deeply within your heart, bringing a sense of expansion and peace. If a teaching creates fear, promotes separation, or demands blind obedience, approach it with caution. Second, observe its fruits. Does the teaching cultivate love, compassion, unity, and inner peace in those who follow it? Or does it lead to judgment, self-righteousness, or disempowerment? Third, apply critical philosophical inquiry, but with an open heart. Does the teaching align with universal truths of interconnectedness and love, or does it promote limiting beliefs? Finally, test it in your own experience. Does applying the teaching bring greater well-being, clarity, and alignment with your highest self? True wisdom is always liberating, empowering, and unifying. It will always lead you closer to your personal summit, not away from it. Chapter 42, The Quantum Leap, Embracing Nonlinear Progress. Our conventional understanding of progress is often linear, step by step. Yet, in spiritual awakenings, some speak of sudden, transformative quantum leaps. How does this non-linear progression occur? And how can one prepare for it? The scholar asks, fascinated by rapid transformation. The journey to the summit is indeed often seen as linear steps, but profound shifts can occur in quantum leaps, dear scholar, the guru explains. These are moments of sudden, radical transformation in consciousness, where understanding shifts instantaneously and perceived limitations dissolve. They are not random occurrences, but often happen after prolonged periods of dedicated inner work, culminating in a critical mass of awareness. You prepare for a quantum leap by consistently engaging in the practices we've discussed, ascending the inner mountain through relentless self-mastery, illuminating the shadow's depths, and diligently cultivating eternal gardens. Each small conscious choice builds energetic momentum. The leap often occurs when you release your attachment to the how and the when, surrendering to divine timing. It is a sudden perception of the holographic nature of the universe, where a new reality downloads into your experience. Embrace the process, trust the unfolding, and know that your consistent presence and intention are the subtle catalysts for these profound, non-linear advancements on your path to the summit. Chapter 43, The Symphony of Chakras, Energy Centers and Well-Being. Guru, I've come across references to chakras as energy centers within the body. What is their significance in spiritual well-being, and how can one work with them? The scholar asks, curious about Eastern spiritual anatomy. The chakras, dear scholar, are indeed vital energy centers, spinning vortices of subtle energy located along the central axis of your being, from the base of the spine to the crown of the head, the guru clarifies. Each of the 7 main chakras governs specific physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual functions, acting as conduits between your inner self and the external world. They are integral notes in your individual cosmic symphony, influencing your overall well-being. Root chakra Muladhara, grounding, security, survival. Sacral chakra Svadhisthana, creativity, emotions, sexuality. Solar plexus chakra Manipura, personal power, will, self-esteem. Heart chakra Anahata, love, compassion, connection. Throat chakra Vishuddha, communication, self-expression. Third eye chakra intuition, insight, spiritual awareness. Crown chakra Sahasrara, divine connection, higher consciousness. When these energy centers are balanced and flowing, your well-being is optimized. Imbalances can manifest as physical ailments, emotional blockages, or mental fog. Practices like mindful breathing, visualization, sound healing, and focused meditation can help clear and balance your chakras, promoting the free flow of prana. Understanding and working with your chakras allows you to fine-tune your internal instrument, ensuring your note in the cosmic symphony is clear, vibrant, and harmonious, leading you further up your personal summit. Chapter 44, Past Life Regression, Unraveling Karmic Threads. Some New Age therapists offer past life regression as a healing modality, suggesting that current challenges may stem from previous incarnations. Is this a valid spiritual concept, and if so, how does it contribute to well-being? The scholar questions, intrigued by the implications. The concept of past lives and karmic threads is deeply embedded in ancient wisdom traditions, dear scholar, and aligns with the persistent, endlessly creative nature of life across the multiverse, the guru affirms. Your soul, in its eternal journey, gathers experiences and lessons across various incarnations. Challenges you face in this life, recurring patterns, inexplicable fears, or profound attractions can often be echoes of lessons unlearned or imbalances created in previous expressions of your consciousness. Past life regression is not about dwelling in the past, but about understanding the energetic origins of current patterns to release them. It is a powerful tool for illuminating the shadow's depths and practicing profound forgiveness. By bringing unconscious karmic patterns into conscious awareness, you gain the freedom to choose differently in the present moment, thereby transforming your future. This process fosters immense self-compassion and deepens your understanding of your soul's continuous evolution. Your well-being is profoundly enhanced as you unravel these threads, liberating energy that was once bound by unconscious patterns, allowing you to fully inhabit your present purpose and continue your ascent to the summit. Chapter 45, The Akashic Field and Collective Healing, Beyond Individual Ailment. Guru, if the Akasha records all information, does it also hold collective trauma or societal imbalances? And if so, how can individual spiritual work contribute to this broader collective healing? The scholar asks, broadening their perspective. Indeed, dear scholar, the Akashic field is not limited to individual experiences. It encompasses the entirety of collective human consciousness, including its triumphs and its traumas, the Guru confirms. Just as individual wounds manifest in the shadow, collective imbalances, such as historical injustices, societal fears, or ancestral pain, reside within this universal energetic tapestry. Your individual well-being is deeply interwoven with the well-being of the collective. Your spiritual work, therefore, is never solely for yourself. It has a profound ripple effect on the entire cosmic symphony. When you clear your personal shadow, transmute your own suffering, and embody unconditional love and forgiveness, you are not only liberating yourself but also contributing to the healing of the collective energetic field. Each individual who chooses peace over conflict, compassion over judgment, and unity over separation actively shifts the collective vibration. This is the essence of collective healing. Your personal work becomes a universal offering, raising the frequency of humanity and contributing to a more harmonious future for all. You are a crucial note in the grand symphony, and your resonance affects the whole. Chapter 46, The Wisdom of Sacred Geometry, Patterns of Creation. I've seen intricate patterns referred to as sacred geometry in ancient temples and art. Is this simply aesthetic, or does it hold deeper spiritual significance for understanding reality? The scholar inquires, looking at the visual aspects of spiritual tradition. Sacred geometry, dear scholar, is not merely aesthetic. It is the fundamental language of creation, the blueprint of the universe, the very visual notation of the cosmic symphony, the Guru reveals. These patterns, from the spiral of a galaxy to the structure of a snowflake, from the atomic arrangement to the human form, reveal the underlying order, harmony, and interconnectedness of all things. The flower of life, the Metatron's cube, the Vesica Piscis, these are not just pretty designs. They are universal archetypes of form and energy. For your well-being, contemplating sacred geometry can align your consciousness with the divine order. It can awaken dormant intuitions about the inherent perfection and intelligence of the universe. When you recognize these patterns in nature, in art, and even within your own energetic structure, like the chakras, you cultivate a deeper sense of unity and awe. Meditating on these forms can bring clarity, balance, and a profound sense of peace, reminding you that chaos is often just order waiting to be seen. You are literally woven from these sacred patterns, and understanding them helps you to remember your divine origins and accelerate your journey to the summit. Chapter 47, The Philosophy of Detachment, Freedom from Outcomes. Guru, you've spoken of letting go of control and attachments. This sounds like detachment, but in a world that values ambition and achievement, isn't detachment akin to apathy or indifference? The scholar challenges, concerned about motivation. Detachment, dear scholar, is profoundly misunderstood in the West, the Guru clarifies. It is not apathy or indifference, it is freedom. True philosophy of detachment is about releasing your attachment to outcomes, not to effort or intention. You engage fully, passionately, and with all your heart in your purpose. You act with inspired will, but you release the need for things to turn out a specific way. When you are detached from the outcome, you are liberated from anxiety, disappointment, and the tyranny of external validation. You perform your actions for their own sake, for the joy of contributing to the cosmic symphony, rather than for personal gain or fear of failure. This allows you to respond to life with greater adaptability and grace. For when one door closes, you don't mourn its closing, but calmly perceive the many new doors the multiverse is presenting. This profound freedom from outcome is a cornerstone of inner peace and sustainable well-being on your journey to the summit. It is the art of holding life lightly, yet deeply. Chapter 48, The Gift of Conscious Breathing Beyond Survival. We discussed the breath as an anchor. Can you elaborate further on specific conscious breathing techniques and their direct impact on emotional and mental well-being beyond simple presence? The scholar asks, eager for practical applications. Indeed, dear scholar, the breath is a profound, accessible tool for mastering your inner landscape, the Guru responds. Beyond basic awareness, conscious breathing can be an active practice for emotional alchemy and mental clarity. For example, Box breathing, 4-4-4-4. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4, exhale for 4, hold for 4. This technique, often used by special forces, calms the nervous system, reduces anxiety, and brings immediate mental focus. Alternate nostril breathing, Nadi Shodhana, balances the left and right hemispheres of the brain, promoting mental clarity and emotional equilibrium. Conscious exhalation, focusing on fully exhaling as a metaphor for letting go of stress, tension, and what no longer serves you. This creates space for new energy and insights. These techniques don't just make you feel better. They actively shift your energetic state. They increase the flow of prana throughout your system, clear blockages in your chakras, and allow you to transmute difficult emotions by consciously moving energy through your body. The breath is the conductor of your inner symphony, and by mastering it, you gain profound control over your well-being, allowing you to continually ascend your inner mountain with greater ease and grace. Chapter 49, The Inner Child, Healing the Echoes of the Past. Guru, our psychology speaks of the inner child, the wounded or joyful aspects of ourselves from childhood. How does spiritual wisdom address this, and how can healing the inner child contribute to our adult well-being and spiritual journey? The scholar inquires, connecting psychology to spirituality. The inner child, dear scholar, is a powerful and often overlooked aspect of your being, holding the echoes of your earliest experiences, joys, and wounds, the Guru explains. These early imprints, when unacknowledged or unhealed, can manifest as limiting beliefs, emotional triggers, and unhelpful patterns in adulthood. Illuminating the shadow's depths often involves tenderly revisiting and integrating these younger parts of yourself. Healing the inner child is an act of profound self-love and compassion. It involves acknowledging their pain, validating the experiences and emotions they carry, rather than dismissing them. Reparenting, providing the love, safety, and understanding they may not have received then. This is where cultivating self-compassion becomes crucial. Reclaiming their joy, connecting with the innate wonder, creativity, and playfulness of your younger self. When you heal your inner child, you integrate fragmented parts of your being, releasing energetic blockages that might hinder your progress towards the summit. This deep internal healing brings immense inner peace, freedom from old patterns, and a profound sense of wholeness, allowing your authentic self to shine more brightly in the cosmic symphony. Chapter 50, The Philosophy of Flow States, Effortless Being. Our modern concept of flow states, moments of effortless absorption in an activity, seems to resonate with what you describe as a state of aligned being. Can you elaborate on the spiritual significance of achieving flow? The scholar asks, connecting a contemporary psychological concept to spiritual states. Indeed, dear scholar, a flow state is a tangible experience of living in harmony with the universal current, a glimpse of the effortless being that lies at the heart of the spiritual journey, the Guru affirms. It's when the conscious ego steps aside and the deeper, intuitive wisdom of the inner guru takes over, acting in perfect alignment with the moment. From a spiritual perspective, flow states occur when your intention is clear, aligning your will with a higher purpose. Your skills match the challenge, creating a sweet spot where neither boredom nor anxiety arises. You are fully present in the eternal now, releasing attachment to past or future outcomes. The illusion of separation dissolves and you become one with the activity, transcending self-consciousness. Cultivating flow is not just about productivity. It is a profound practice of living in divine alignment. It brings immense joy, deep satisfaction, and a sense of timelessness. By consciously seeking and entering these states, you train your consciousness to operate from a higher frequency, accelerating your journey towards the summit, where effortless being becomes your natural state, a harmonious note within the ever-unfolding cosmic symphony. Chapter 51, The Power of Affirmations, Reshaping Inner Narratives. Guru, I've seen affirmations used in New Age circles, declaring positive statements. Is this merely positive thinking, or does it have a deeper spiritual power in shaping our reality? The scholar asks, curious about mental programming. Affirmations are far more than superficial positive thinking, dear scholar. They are a profound tool for reshaping inner narratives and directing your energetic vibration, the Guru explains. Your thoughts, as we explored in Navigating the Ether of Thought, carry immense power. If your subconscious mind is filled with limiting beliefs, I am not enough, I cannot succeed, I am unlovable, these deeply ingrained narratives will manifest in your outer reality. An affirmation is a conscious, intentional declaration of a truth you wish to embody. When spoken or thought with conviction and feeling, it bypasses the critical conscious mind and begins to reprogram the subconscious. It aligns your internal vibration with the reality you wish to create, acting as a powerful form of visualization. This is directly connected to the law of attraction principle. Consistent, heartfelt affirmations help to dismantle the false versions of reality held by the ego, making way for your highest potential to manifest. They are a conscious way to compose a more harmonious score for your personal note in the cosmic symphony, propelling you towards your summit. Chapter 52, The Significance of Archetypal Journeys, the Hero's Call Today. We've touched on archetypes, Guru, but what about the specific concept of the hero's journey? Does it apply to modern life, and how can understanding it deepen our pursuit of well-being? The scholar asks, thinking of mythological narratives. The hero's journey, dear scholar, is a timeless archetypal pattern woven into the fabric of human experience and the very structure of the universe, the Guru affirms. It is not merely a story trope, but a profound map for spiritual evolution, playing out in countless forms in every individual life. Your pursuit of well-being, your ascent to the summit, is itself a hero's journey. It begins with a call to adventure, a subtle inner yearning, a sense that there is more. You may refuse the call, clinging to comfort zones, but life will continue to present opportunities for growth. You then meet mentors, like our dialogue here, face trials and ordeals, like illuminating the shadow's depths, experience moments of atonement, forgiveness, and eventually return with a boon or transformed wisdom. Understanding this universal pattern helps you to embrace challenges as integral parts of your growth, to recognize divine guidance, and to find meaning even in moments of struggle. It transforms perceived failures into necessary lessons and empowers you to step fully into your unique destiny, becoming the conscious hero of your own life's cosmic symphony. Chapter 53, The Universal Heartbeat, the Rhythm of Life and Cycles. Guru, is there a universal rhythm, a heartbeat, that spiritual traditions acknowledge, and how can aligning with this rhythm enhance our well-being in a modern, often arrhythmic world? The scholar inquires, seeking a deeper sense of balance. Indeed, dear scholar, the entire cosmic symphony vibrates with a universal heartbeat, a divine rhythm of cycles and seasons that permeates all existence, the Guru explains. From the celestial dance of planets to the ebb and flow of tides, from the human breath to the cycles of birth, death, and rebirth, life unfolds in recurring patterns. Our modern world often pushes against these natural rhythms, working against our internal clock, resisting the need for rest, or denying the cycles of emotional processing. Aligning with this universal heartbeat means honoring your own natural rhythms, listening to your body's need for rest, movement, and nourishment. Embracing life's seasons, recognizing that there are times for growth and expansion, and times for contraction, introspection, and shedding. Connecting with nature's cycles, spending time outdoors, observing the patterns of the moon and sun, the changing seasons, and the natural world. When you resist these fundamental rhythms, you create internal friction, leading to stress and diminished well-being. When you flow with them, you tap into an effortless energy, a deeper sense of peace and harmony. You become a conscious participant in the divine dance, allowing your life to resonate perfectly with the grand heartbeat of the universe, accelerating your ascent to the summit. Chapter 54, Sacred Activism, Service as Spiritual Practice. We've spoken of service as part of holiness, but in a world facing such immense suffering and injustice, is there a form of engagement that integrates spiritual principles with effective action, what some call sacred activism? The scholar asks, feeling the weight of global challenges. Sacred activism, dear scholar, is the conscious integration of your deepest spiritual truths with committed, compassionate action in the world, the Guru affirms with conviction. It is the living embodiment of the ethics of interconnectedness and the practical application of love and compassion on a global scale. It is understanding that your individual awakening is intrinsically linked to the collective well-being of all beings. This form of activism differs from ego-driven protest or anger-fueled reaction. It stems from a place of deep inner peace, unconditional love, and a clear intention to serve the highest good. It means acting from presence, not reactivity, responding to injustice from a calm, centered place. Seeing the divine in all beings, even those perpetrating harm, recognizing that their actions often stem from their own unhealed shadow. Focusing on solutions, not just problems. Directing energy towards constructive change and building a better future. Integrating personal healing with global healing. Recognizing that the external world is a reflection of the collective inner state, whether through quiet advocacy, conscious consumption, supporting ethical initiatives, or simply radiating love and compassion into every interaction. Your sacred activism becomes a powerful note in the cosmic symphony, contributing to the greater harmony of the planet. It is not about doing more, but about being more and letting that being guide your action, leading humanity collectively up to the summit of peace and justice. Chapter 55. The Practice of Gratitude Journaling, Deepening the Inner Garden. Guru, while the concept of gratitude is clear, how can a daily practice like gratitude journaling transform the mind and truly deepen the cultivation of our inner garden of virtues? The scholar asks, seeking a concrete technique. The practice of gratitude journaling, dear scholar, is a deceptively simple yet profoundly powerful tool for rewiring your consciousness and deepening your well-being, the Guru explains. It is an active exercise in mindful intentionality and a deliberate cultivation of the philosophy of abundance. By consciously identifying and articulating blessings each day, you shift your brain's focus from scarcity and lack to appreciation and plenty. This regular practice trains your mind to seek the positive. You begin to notice small joys and hidden blessings that previously went unnoticed, even amidst challenges. Raises your energetic vibration. Gratitude is a high-frequency emotion. Consistently embodying it attracts more positive experiences into your life, aligning with the law of attraction. Deepens your connection to the divine. It cultivates a profound sense of awe and recognition of the benevolent universe at work in your life. Strengthens resilience. By focusing on what's working, you build a foundation of inner strength that helps you navigate adversity with greater grace. Think of it as actively tending to your inner garden. Each entry is a seed of gratitude planted, which over time blossoms into a lush landscape of joy, peace, and contentment. It is a daily reaffirmation of your alignment with the divine flow, propelling you further along your journey to the summit. Chapter 56, The Energy of Money, Conscious Prosperity. Guru, in our modern world, money is a pervasive force. How does spiritual wisdom view money, and how can one cultivate conscious prosperity without succumbing to attachment or greed, the scholar asks, touching on a very practical yet often spiritually fraught topic. Money, dear scholar, is simply a form of energy, a medium of exchange, the Guru explains. It is neither inherently good nor evil. Its nature is determined by the consciousness of the one who wields it. The challenge arises when there's an attachment to money, when it becomes a master rather than a tool, or when its pursuit stems from fear and scarcity rather than purpose and service. Conscious prosperity is about cultivating abundance from a place of spiritual alignment. It means seeing money as a flow, understanding that it circulates and your role is to be a clear channel for it. Earning with integrity and purpose, aligning your work with your highest values and serving the greater good. Giving generously, recognizing that giving is an act of abundance that reinforces the flow. Releasing attachment to specific amounts, trusting that the universe will provide what you need when you need it, in alignment with your path. Using money for positive impact, directing resources towards endeavors that uplift humanity and the planet. When you approach money with this consciousness, it transforms from a source of anxiety or greed into a powerful tool for manifesting your divine purpose and contributing to the harmony of the cosmic symphony. Your relationship with money becomes a reflection of your inner freedom and trust in the universe, rather than a measure of your worth. True wealth lies in your inner peace and spiritual abundance, not just your material possessions. Chapter 57, Spiritual Intuition in Decision-Making Beyond Logic Alone. Our academic training prioritizes logic and empirical evidence for decision-making, But you speak of intuition as a divine language. How does one cultivate and rely on spiritual intuition in decision-making, especially when logic might seem to contradict it? The scholar probes. Logic is a valuable tool, dear scholar, a strong rudder for the ship of your life, the guru acknowledges. But it is limited by what the mind can process and what data is available. Spiritual intuition is the compass, guiding you through unseen currents and beyond the horizon of known facts. It is the direct voice of your inner guru, accessing the wisdom of the Akashic field. Cultivating this intuition for decision-making requires deepening your silence, creating internal space for the subtle whispers of intuition to be heard, asking clear questions, formulating your dilemma with intentionality, and then releasing the need for an immediate answer. Paying attention to your body's wisdom. Often, intuition manifests as a gut feeling, or a sense of expansion or contraction in your energetic body. Trusting the synchronicity, recognizing the external universe's affirmations or gentle redirections. Practicing non-attachment to outcome, being willing to follow the intuitive nudge even if it seems illogical to the ego. When you integrate logic with spiritual intuition, your decisions become more aligned, more potent, and lead to greater peace and well-being. This is not about abandoning logic, but about elevating it, allowing it to serve a higher wisdom. You become a truly aligned architect of destiny, building your life not just on calculated moves, but on divinely guided inspiration, navigating your path to the summit with profound clarity. Chapter 58, The Role of Ancestral Healing, Releasing Inherited Patterns. Guru, some believe we carry the burdens or unhealed patterns of our ancestors. Is this concept of ancestral healing real? And if so, how can it impact our personal well-being and the journey to our summit? The scholar questions, considering generational influences. Indeed, dear scholar, the threads of your lineage extend far beyond your immediate family, weaving into the vast tapestry of collective human experience, the guru explains. The concept of ancestral healing acknowledges that energetic patterns, traumas, and unfulfilled desires can indeed be passed down through generations, subtly influencing your present reality and well-being. Just as you inherit physical traits, you can inherit energetic imprints. This is not about blame, but about conscious liberation. Ancestral healing is a profound form of shadow work that involves awareness, recognizing recurring family patterns, unexplained anxieties, or limiting beliefs that seem to originate beyond your personal experience. Compassionate acknowledgement, honoring the journeys of your ancestors, understanding that their choices were often made from their own limitations and consciousness. Energetic release. Through focused intention, visualization, forgiveness, and sometimes specific rituals, you consciously choose to release these inherited burdens from your lineage. This can involve forgiving ancestors or forgiving the circumstances that shaped them. By consciously engaging in ancestral healing, you not only liberate yourself from unconscious patterns, but also send healing ripples through your family line, both backward and forward in time. This profound act of release frees up immense energy for your personal purpose, allowing you to walk your unique path to the summit, unburdened by the unhealed echoes of the past, thereby contributing a new, clear note to the cosmic symphony. Chapter 59, The Power of Ritual, Intentionality Embodied. Our modern society has largely moved away from traditional rituals, yet many spiritual paths emphasize their importance. What is the true power of ritual, Guru, and how can it be integrated into a contemporary pursuit of well-being? The scholar asks, considering ancient practices. Rituals, dear scholar, are not mere superstitions or empty gestures. They are potent acts of intentionality embodied, the Guru explains. They are conscious, symbolic actions that create a bridge between the inner, unseen world of spirit and the outer, manifest world of form. They amplify your intention and solidify your commitment. The power of ritual lies in its ability to focus the mind. By engaging specific actions, sounds, and symbols, ritual brings your full presence to a particular intention, cutting through mental chatter. Program the subconscious. Repetitive, meaningful actions create new neural pathways and reinforce desired beliefs and states of being, much like affirmations. Create sacred space. Rituals delineate time and space as sacred, allowing for deeper connection to the divine. Connect to archetypal energies. Many rituals tap into universal patterns of creation and transformation, aligning you with powerful forces. Build community. Shared rituals foster unity and a sense of collective purpose, whether it's a daily morning meditation, a weekly gratitude practice, a ceremonial burning of old beliefs, or a shared communal prayer. Incorporating conscious ritual into your life empowers your journey to the summit. It transforms abstract spiritual concepts into tangible, lived experiences, allowing you to actively participate in the unfolding of your destiny and the harmony of the cosmic symphony. Chapter 60, The Wisdom of Sacred Silence, Deepening Inner Peace. Guru, we've discussed the general importance of silence, but can you speak more deeply about the concept of sacred silence, not just the absence of noise, but a deeper state of being, and how it leads to profound inner peace? The scholar asks, seeking deeper meditative states. The sacred silence, dear scholar, is the fertile void from which all creation arises, the stillness that underlies the entire cosmic symphony, the Guru states, his voice almost a whisper. It is the space beyond thought, beyond emotion, beyond the limitations of the ego. It is the absolute presence, the pure consciousness that is your true nature. Cultivating sacred silence goes beyond merely quieting external noise. It is an active practice of letting go of the internal chatter, the incessant mental commentary, the clouds of thought. It is the realization of the wuji, the undefinable primordial universe within. In this profound stillness, you access direct knowing. Insights arise spontaneously, unburdened by analysis or preconceived notions. Unconditional peace, the peace that surpasses all understanding, is found here, independent of external circumstances. The divine presence. This is where you most intimately connect with the present presence of the divine, experiencing the sacred in every moment. Profound healing. The body's innate wisdom can emerge, releasing tension and restoring balance. The paradox, dear scholar, is that in seeking this ultimate silence, you become more deeply attuned to the vibrant life within and around you. It is the core of true well-being, the deepest foundation for your journey to the summit. Embrace the sacred silence, and you embrace the boundless peace of your own divine essence. Chapter 61, Spiritual Bypassing, the Shadow Side of New Age. Guru, you briefly mentioned spiritual bypassing earlier. It seems like a significant pitfall in the pursuit of well-being. Can you explain more about how to identify it and truly avoid it on the path to the summit? The scholar asks, acknowledging a potential danger. Spiritual bypassing, dear scholar, is a subtle and pervasive illusion, a particular challenge for those earnestly seeking spiritual growth, the Guru cautions. It is the use of spiritual ideas and practices to avoid or suppress unresolved emotional wounds, psychological issues, and developmental tasks. Instead of engaging with difficult feelings or confronting one's shadow's depths, one might intellectualize, preach love and light without genuine integration, or prematurely declare themselves enlightened to bypass discomfort. Symptoms of spiritual bypassing often include emotional numbness or repression, an inability or unwillingness to feel negative emotions like anger, grief, or fear. Excessive positivity, a forced, inauthentic cheerfulness that denies the complexity of human experience. False forgiveness, forgiving others without truly processing the hurt or establishing healthy boundaries. Premature transcendence, claiming to be above worldly issues without having truly integrated them. Lack of embodiment, having profound intellectual spiritual understanding but lacking the ability to apply it effectively in daily life. To truly avoid bypassing, you must commit to ruthless honesty and compassionate self-inquiry. Embrace your entire human experience, including its pain and imperfections. Remember, true spiritual work is about integration, not escape. It is in facing your inner landscape, all of it, with love and courage that you truly ascend your inner mountain and genuinely reach the summit of authentic well-being. This requires walking through the shadow, not around it. Chapter 62, The Body as a Sacred Vessel, Embodied Spirituality. Guru, much of our discussion has been on consciousness and subtle energies. But what about the physical body? How does its care and appreciation fit into the spiritual journey towards the summit? The scholar asks, bringing the conversation back to the physical. Your body, dear scholar, is not merely a vehicle for your consciousness. It is a sacred vessel, a living temple for the divine, the Guru affirms. It is the instrument through which you experience the world, express your purpose, and play your unique note in the cosmic symphony. To neglect the body is to neglect a fundamental aspect of your spiritual journey, leading to a form of disembodied spirituality. Embodied spirituality is the profound recognition that your physical well-being is intrinsically linked to your spiritual vitality. It means mindful nourishment, honoring your body with wholesome, life-giving foods, conscious movement, engaging in physical activity that brings joy and vitality, seeing exercise as a form of active meditation. Deep listening, attuning to your body's signals, its wisdom, and its needs for rest and healing. Presence in the senses, fully experiencing the physical world through taste, touch, sight, sound, and smell, grounding you in the eternal now. Self-care as a sacred act, recognizing that caring for your physical vessel is an act of self-love and devotion to the divine within. By treating your body with reverence, you create a stronger, clearer conduit for spiritual energy, enhancing your capacity for self-mastery, intuition, and divine connection. Your body is your direct link to this earthly experience, and its harmonious state is essential for a complete and profound ascent to your life summit. Chapter 63, The Power of Visualization in Collective Consciousness, Planetary Healing. Guru, if individual visualization can manifest our highest path, can collective visualization, focused by many, impact the collective consciousness and contribute to planetary healing? The scholar asks, scaling up the concept of manifestation. Indeed, dear scholar, the power of collective consciousness is immense, and collective visualization is a potent force for planetary healing, the Guru confirms. Just as individual thoughts shape individual reality, the aggregated thoughts and intentions of many souls can create profound shifts in the Akashic field of humanity and the planet itself. When groups of individuals consciously focus their intention, their emotions, and their visualization on a shared outcome, such as peace in conflict zones, healing for the environment, or a global awakening of compassion, they create a powerful resonant frequency. This collective energy raises the planetary vibration, counteracting denser energies of fear, division, and conflict, activates the law of attraction on a global scale, drawing in solutions, resources, and awakened individuals to address collective challenges. Inspires conscious action. The shift in collective consciousness often manifests as unexpected breakthroughs, new technologies, or a surge in compassionate initiatives. This is the essence of sacred activism at its highest level, not just physical action, but energetic contribution. Every time you hold a vision of a harmonious world, you are adding your note to the cosmic symphony in a way that contributes to the collective good. The more individuals who actively participate in this conscious co-creation for the highest good of all, the faster humanity will collectively ascend to its global summit of peace and unity. Chapter 64, The Archetype of the Shadow Seeker, Embracing the Unseen. Guru, if the shadow is so vital to integrate, is there an archetypal role, like a shadow seeker, that consciously engages with this often feared aspect of self for profound growth? The scholar asks, finding resonance with the depth of shadow work. Yes, dear scholar, there is indeed an archetype of the shadow seeker, the Guru affirms. This is the courageous soul who willingly descends into the depths of their own unconscious, not out of morbid fascination, but out of a profound commitment to wholeness and liberation. They understand that genuine light cannot exist without integrating its opposite. They are the alchemists of the psyche, turning lead into gold within their own being. The qualities of the shadow seeker include unwavering courage to face uncomfortable truths and disowned parts of self, radical self-compassion to meet these parts with love, not judgment, profound honesty to acknowledge their imperfections and limitations, deep intuition to navigate the symbolic language of the unconscious, commitment to integration, not just acknowledgement, but bringing the shadow into conscious awareness and harmonious relation with the light. This archetype embodies the ultimate act of self-mastery and leads to true authenticity and unwavering inner peace. By becoming your own shadow seeker, you transcend the duality of good and evil within yourself, realizing that even the darkest aspects, when brought into the light of awareness, hold immense power and wisdom to contribute to the richness and depth of your personal cosmic symphony, propelling you to your summit of wholeness. Chapter 65: The Spiritual Significance of Sleep and Dreams. Rest as Revelation. We spoke of dreams as messages, but what about the broader spiritual significance of sleep itself, beyond just physical rest? Is it a time for more profound spiritual experiences? The scholar asks, pondering the hidden life of the night. Sleep, dear scholar, is not merely a cessation of activity. It is a sacred state of consciousness, a vital gateway to deeper realms of being, the Guru explains. It is during sleep that your conscious mind relaxes its grip, allowing your soul to travel, to connect with higher guidance, and to process information unavailable in waking awareness. It is a necessary pause, a microcycle within the universal heartbeat. The spiritual significance of sleep and dreams lies in their capacity for rest as revelation.